Hello Internet, I'm your only mate, and it's time for the Death Battle Season 9 finale! This time we have Goku and Vegeta versus Goku and Vegeta. Okay, yeah, it's Gogeta versus Vegito. Now, as I should say with all my reaction videos, please click the link in the description below to go watch the actual episode itself before watching mine or anyone's reactions. Don't be a dick. Support the official release. So, how do I know these two? I mean, I've watched Dragon Ball, like, for most of my life. So, yeah, I know basically what, like, these two are about. Like, they're two different ways of fusing Goku and Vegeta. One is the fusion dance, the other is the Patara earrings. And, you know, it's just been a big debate in the Dragon Ball fandom, like, which fusion is stronger and all that stuff. Honestly, I think I've always preferred Gogeta just in general. If anything, because there was a Dragon Ball game I used to play on the PS2. I believe it was Budokai Tenkaichi. Yeah, I think that was it. And I just liked playing as Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Like, if anything, just because, like, how he always fought was, like, arms folded and he'd just kick, and... Oh, there was another game where... I can't remember which one it was, but, it was one that my brother had and we played sometimes, where it's, like, one of Gogeta's, like, finishing moves is he would, like, charge at somebody, disappear, and then just appear behind them with his arms crossed, like, I'm right here. They punch him in the back, but he doesn't even flinch, like, so many times. Kicks him to the floor, and then 100 times, Big Bang Kamehameha. Like, I don't remember what game that was, but I always thought that move was really cool. Now, as for who I think is going to win... Honestly, it really just depends on how they set this up. Because... if we're going by... strictly what both fusions have accomplished, like what fights they've won, all that stuff, then I think Gogeta should win, just because, well, he's just showing up later, so would therefore do the more impressive thing, like defeating Broly. So he would win based on that, but if we were to say their stats are completely even, like, Goku and Vegeta just fused, stats are equal, everything, then I think Vegito wins just because, well, he has the longer time limit. Because, for those not in the know, the fusion dance only lasts, like, 30 minutes, but, you know, enough excessive power can, like, drain that even longer. That's why he defused early in Super Saiyan 4 and GT. Whereas the Patara earrings... if they're Kais that are fusing, it's permanent. But if it's, like, morsels, like Saiyans, Goku and Vegeta, and after being retconned from Dragon Ball Z, then it lasts an hour. But, much like a fusion dance, overuse of power can drain the time limit, like what happened when Vegito Blue fought fused Zamasu. Now, I have heard that they're also compositing, like, heroes into this. I don't know much about Dragon Ball Heroes, so just based on what I know of them, like, going off of what they've done on screen, Gogeta. If we're saying both are equal from the start, Vegito, then... yeah, that's my prediction. So, honestly, at the end of the day, just, I'm not that fussed. I might prefer Gogeta, but I still think Vegito's cool. So, yeah, I'm good either way. I just want to see a cool Dragon Ball fight, and just based off the previous bunch of Dragon Ball episodes we've had in Death Battle, well, that's just what we're going to get. At least I hope that's what we're going to get. Anyway. And Oh, I'm also just gonna clear this up. I just got back from work. This came out almost 5 hours ago. So, yeah, I also had a pretty tiring shift. So, if you see me drinking from, this... Yeah, I think I've earned that. And... yeah, there is alcohol in that. I kind of need it. Anyway... be responsible. I'm going to put my headphones on, shut the fuck up, and hit play. Wow, 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 wow.
Last one! Man, these things are so easy to find nowadays.
Yes!
Okay.
Ultimate power, I can
This is worrying.
Vegito!
What?
Oh, come on! It's the ultimate Dragon Ball question! Which fusion of Goku and Vegeta is stronger? Gogeta, the combo greater than legends? Or Vegito, the mix who surpassed gods?
Intriguing. They are in many ways identical, yet still quite different. Though in canon, they only have a collective total of 3 brief appearances. To truly determine who would win, let's examine all of their material.
So that's Z, GT, Super, movies, games, guidebooks, Toei's Twitter, even all the crazy Xenoverse and hero stuff.
Hold on to your Dragon Balls.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze the weapons. This is a really weird setup. Like, if anything, hey, good on you, Boomstick, for stopping Wiz from making his wish.
Imagine, it's 1995 and you're at a movie theater in Japan. You're there to watch Dragon Ball Z Fusion Reborn, and it's gonna be the most radical movie ever, dude. I mean, yeah, it was a little weird when Adolf showed up, but then...
yeah, that was weird, but...
Goku and Vegeta were pushed...
actually, yeah, there is no but. That was just weird.
One option left. They merged into a single being of amazing power.
This was also really cool.
And that would be the greatest thing 8-year-old you ever saw. Yep, you peaked at 8.
Fun fact, while Vegito had already debuted in the manga 2 months earlier, Gogeta was created first. After all, the movie
really?
had been in production throughout the previous year.
Two Saiyans,
Oh.
the proud son of
Fair enough.
royalty and the lower class
Number of canon appearances, 1.
powerhouse. This is the true potential
Eh,
of Goku
not wrong.
and Vegeta. Easily a top 5 Dragon Ball moment. Hey, nothing beats the first time we saw Super Saiyan, but I think this comes close.
This
Okay, but where does Goku and Piccolo driving cars rank on that?
Because
'Cause that was fucking hilarious.
You never actually see.
But I'd guess they like wearing crop tops with inflatable shoulder pads. Anyway, when Goku taught this...
Yeah, that's so true. We've never actually seen that
Trunks,
seen
it
that
was
race.
the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen.
This is the fusion dance. On top of an incredibly precise movement routine, this technique requires both parties to match power levels in order to fuse successfully. A literal
Yep, you gotta do it
frame
perfectly.
as strong as the weakest link.
It's pretty easy.
Otherwise, this happens.
Trust me. But if you nail it,
Or they
the
become a
baddest
shriveled old
driver on
man.
the planet.
Though not part of mainline canon, Goku and Vegeta first used this to battle Janemba, a demon basically composed of essence of evil. Probably smells like cats. Gogeta defeated him in
I take
less
great
than
offense to
2
that.
minutes. 20 years later, Gogeta would become canon to conquer one of the most dangerous entities in the multiverse, Broly.
Obviously, Gogeta...
That fight was so cool.
His most underappreciated skill is how he comes up with awesome attack names. Like the Big Bang Kamehameha, Stardust Fall, Meteor Explosion,
Lot of Stardust.
the ultimate villain killer, Stardust Breaker.
A fancy-looking attack that completely obliterates all traces.
That's also just a really cool shot, how he doesn't even flinch when Janemba punches him.
The guy was literally made of evil. Or cats.
Weirdly enough, this is similar to
Okay, what is it with Boomstick and cats?
what causes the evil.
He likes them, he doesn't like them, just make up your freaking mind.
That guy's hilarious. Which obscure character are you gonna reference next? Icarus? Sour Man? General Rildo? Oh man, that guy's just one letter up from General Dill.
Over the years, Gogeta has achieved the empowered forms of Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan Blue, and even Super Saiyan 4 in his battle against Omega Shenron.
Super Saiyan 4 is a totally unique branch of transformation. Instead of
I still like Super Saiyan 4,
like
it's
Super
cool.
Saiyan God, it taps further into Goku and Vegeta's Saiyan bloodline, giving them fuzzy red fur and teen goth eyeshadow.
Goku has also claimed this form increases a Saiyan's inherent aggression, though you wouldn't know it with Gogeta. He basically becomes Dragon Ball's Bugs Bunny, reveling and messing around with his foe any way he can.
Until the fusion runs out. That's right.
Yeah,
Dance has a time
that fucked him
limit
over.
of 30 minutes. This can be reduced even more if Gogeta uses up a lot of energy. Against Omega Shenron in GT, he split apart after about 10 minutes.
Just more evidence that the amount of power Gogeta possesses is enormous. Even repeatedly striking Broly so hard that the boundaries between dimensions shattered like glass was...
I love that fight so much.
Hell, he was only in Super Saiyan 1 when he did that. After going blue, Broly didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, Broly didn't land a single hit after that.
Even implies that Gogeta could possibly take on Beerus.
In Dragon Ball Heroes, Gogeta continues to prove he's one of the multiverse's S-tier fighters. He even defeated the Crimson Masked Super Saiyan Rose Full Power Goku Black and Ultimate
That's one
Player
hell of a long name.
God-hater. You know, those guys.
And two Gogetas together could take on Fu.
Just Fu? After all that, he just called Fu?
Dark King Fu, the artificial bio-android demon mutant.
Jesus.
And Namekian Earthling Majin and Eternal Dragon DNA.
Is this fan fiction?
Hearts the God Whiner
Kind of.
become an entity akin to Zeno, that little blue baby who can erase a multiverse with a thought.
But these Gogetas achieved even stronger forms than before. One was in Super Saiyan Blue Evolved, the boosted form Vegeta achieved during the Tournament of Power. The other was Super Saiyan 4, but not just any Super Saiyan.
I've heard about this form,
It was
actually.
Super Full Power Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker.
That
I think my tongue is
title.
permanently twisted now.
These two forms fighting side by side implies that, at least in this iteration, both are similar if not equal in power.
Gogeta's so cool, and there are tons of people who think he'd win this matchup.
In Weekly Jump issue 28 from 1995, the fusion dance was stated to unify Goku and Vegeta's spirits and draw out their power to the max. As long
Okay.
as Vegito lasts less than 30 minutes, the magazine says Gogeta should win.
And then in the video game Raging Blast, there's a what-if scenario where Gogeta beats Vegito in a sparring session, but he was about to run out of
Yeah,
energy,
but
so
there's
they
one that
decided
happens
to
the other
wait.
way.
Though with his power and skill, it's unlikely any opponent would push Gogeta to his limit. Two of the greatest warriors in history merged together as one. What more could you want as a fan? And what more could you fear as a foe?
That's actually a really good way of wrapping that up.
Spring of 1995, a demonic menace has threatened to consume the world in chaos. Goku and Vegeta were pushed to the brink with only one option left: fusion. They used
That sounds familiar.
incredible techniques to become a merged being of unimaginable power. Does this sound familiar?
But there wasn't time to teach Vegeta an awkward dance routine he'd ultimately despise. Instead, they used the Patara.
Only the gods themselves could rock bling like this. That's right, the Patara earrings come from the Kais, the gods that supervise the universes.
By placing one earring on each person's opposite ear, the Patara forcibly fuses the two beings together, no power level matching required. In this case, Goku and Vegeta fuse to become Vegito.
Okay, seriously, Vegito? Couldn't they have a better name?
It's not that bad. And remember, Fusion Reborn started...
I think both names are alright.
Before Toriyama penned Vegito's first appearance.
So, Toei called dibs on the better name, huh? But still, shouldn't it be like Vegiko? Not like that's much better either. Why Vegito?
It makes more sense in Japanese. Vegito is formed from the first half of Vegeta and the latter half of Kakaroto. This is why Viz Media actually translated it to Vegerot.
Oh, that one sucks.
That one, yeah, no.
Let's talk about
No
how
fan of that one.
real good.
Vegito has numerous techniques that are entirely his own, many of which are, fittingly, perfect combinations of Goku and Vegeta's signature moves, such as the final Kamehameha, formed like Vegeta's...
I heard there was a video game where Gogeta does that move too.
He's got a Spirit Sword, the Saiyan Shield, and the Banshee Blast. Which, no, it's not the ghost attack you're thinking of.
With Goku and Vegeta's powers combined, Majin Buu was no match. Super Vegito was so friggin' powerful that even being turned into candy didn't slow him down.
Oh god, yeah, that was funny.
His level of power had transcended to such an impressive degree that he was capable of effectively ignoring having his matter entirely altered and his DNA eradicated. He continued on as the incredible fighting candy.
No mouth, no brains, no organs of any kind, and he still kept slapping around that big pink ass.
Phrasing. Presumably, this is similar to how Vegeta overpowered Babidi's mind control, or how Goku broke through Hit's time skip with Kaioken. A greater power level can overrule basically anything a weaker one does.
That's just how it works in Dragon Ball.
Super Candy is a pretty extreme example.
But Vegito's a pretty extreme guy, even for the Dragon Ball multiverse. He later got that godly blue hairspray and beat the crap out of merged Zamasu.
Oh, he's got that limit breaker form as well.
Dick measuring contest, but not at all close.
Though similar to his dancing counterpart, Vegito's time ran out after he overtaxed himself.
There it is.
Kinda weird. Back in the day, they said these Potara fusions were permanent. Turns
Retcon.
out it's only permanent for Supreme Kais. Vegito's form can last up to 1 hour before splitting apart, but can be shortened severely if he goes full tilt. In the manga, Vegito formed after Zamasu fused, and split apart when they expected fused Zamasu to have 20 minutes left, meaning he cut his time down to 40 minutes at most, though in the anime it was way less since he tried to quickly overpower Zamasu with a single attack.
The Potara have their own set of rules. Unlike the fusion dance, this form is maintained by the power of the earrings, not the fusers themselves. As such, destroying the earrings ends the fusion.
Oh, okay.
The Potara on while in a Super Saiyan form, you can't power down while fused. So if Goku and Vegeta aren't careful, they can find themselves draining power when they don't need to. But surprise, Vegito's got into his own Super Dragon Ball Hero shenanigans, and he's got the full power Red Fur 2. Look, Wiz, I think I'm having deja vu.
Aside from Fu, he's battled
That's actually a good one.
threats to the multiverse like Cumber and Mechikabura.
And just like with Gogeta, there's plenty of people who think Vegeta would win this fight.
Daizenshus 4 and 7, basically two Dragon Ball encyclopedias, claim that the Potara fusion is superior to the fusion dance.
Old Kai said this too, that the Potara provide a greater effect.
Though they both may be referring to what was believed at the time to be a permanent fusion. Not having to worry about overspending your time limit would certainly be a greater effect if it were true.
But hey, there's nothing that can get in the way of Vegito's awesome power. Gods and demons alike are no match. When there's no one strong enough to save the day, then perhaps two will do.
Pause. Okay, I like that ending to the analysis as well. That was that was good. Okay. I'm still kind of torn. Oh boy. I'm surprised they didn't bring up, because, like I mentioned earlier, when they talked about how, yeah, there was a what-if scenario where these two fought and Gogeta won. There was another video game where Vegito won. So I'm surprised they didn't bring that up. I don't really have too much to go off of. At least something that's not, like, equal to this. Like, the biggest thing going for Vegito is just the longer time limit. But they brought up the whole destroying the earrings would end the fusion. So, that's a pretty big weakness right there. And, yeah, if either of them, like, overtax their power, they could defuse. But Vegito lasts longer. Phrasing. The thing is, like, the way they talked about Gogeta, it sounds like they're saying he's just more powerful. So, I kind of want to just go with Gogeta based on that. Like, I don't know, but I mean, either way, a fusion of Goku and Vegeta is gonna win. So I'm just gonna say Gogeta for the win. Like, if I'm wrong, whatever. Yeah, and resume. Alright, the combatants are set.
We've run the
Made
data
it.
through all possibilities.
Hear my wish, Eternal Dragon. It's
Time for a death battle!
What is this madness?
Whoa, Vegeta! Am I really that much taller than you?
Stop it, Kakarot! You son.
Okay, I can hear Lanny, but not entirely sure who the voice of Goku is. I wanted to say Masako, but doesn't sound quite right. I'm gonna have to check the credits. I like that transition to Super Saiyan just with the headbutt. Can't help but notice Shenron's still there. Just like, when are you gonna make a second wish?
Not bad. Want to kick it up a notch? Sure. But how about some variety?
I like the way you think. Bit more of a visual, Blue versus 4. I really like the song as well, and good god, kudos to the animators on this one. Well, there goes reality. And oh my god, they're fighting on Snake Way! That's awesome! Oh, the tail. Alright, Blue v Blue. Man, gonna be a bad day in Hiffle. Oh, okay, Kame House. We're just going all over the place, aren't we? Yes!
Gotcha.
I'm glad that happened at least once. That's just funny. Oh, Room of Spirit and Time, eh?
Guess it's now or never.
Gogeta, I get where you're going with, but that shouldn't really work. Because, I mean, it eradicates evil, so that shouldn't... Oh! That's probably going to do a lot more. Okay, so someone's won. Okay, Vegito wins.
Oh man, that was epic! Totally worth the wish. Though I guess we probably could have solved a lot of world problems with that.
I suppose world
Yeah,
domination
probably.
will wait another year. This fight was
Well, I mean, you get
incredibly
2
close.
wishes, so...
No, seriously, how could it not be? They're almost exactly the same person.
With a few minor differences here and there, like signature attacks. Neither Vegito nor Gogeta had one single power that provided an absolute edge over the other.
Except perhaps Vegito's longer time limit, though it's not so clear-cut. Both have overtaxed their energy quick enough to end their fusions in less than 10 minutes. Time isn't the only factor, but also whatever is maintaining each fusion. Gogeta's body and Vegito's earrings. It's possible Vegito's power can actually drain the Potara faster than Gogeta's does his own body.
Still, it's twice the time, and that definitely gave Vegito more flexibility.
I mean,
in
yeah.
strategy. So more often than not, it's safe to say Gogeta would run out of juice first.
Also, when Vegeta or Gogeta defuse from power overuse, it's typically difficult for them to immediately fuse again due to that lack of energy.
But Vegito had another one over Gogeta. No matter what, he'd always have a very slight power advantage. Remember how the fusion dance requires the fusers to match their power levels? Well, the Potara don't.
Oh, right,
Goku
yeah.
doesn't need to match Vegeta's slightly lower power levels, so there's nothing stopping Vegito from combining the full sum of their parts.
Ah, poor Vegeta. You'll get your day in the sun one day, buddy. Oh, who am I kidding?
This might be what old Kai was referring to when he said the Potara had a greater effect.
But hey, could Gogeta have destroyed the earrings? Nope. He would have had to be able to overpower Vegito first, like how Goku could only destroy Kefla's earrings after he reached Ultra Instinct.
Remember, when comparing levels of power in Dragon Ball,
Fair enough.
the greater one can overrule almost anything the weaker one does. The earrings likely tend to be protected by the user's ki aura, similar to their clothing.
The only time
Oh,
we've
yeah,
ever
of
seen
course.
Potara damaged or specifically targeted are when the wearer is overwhelmed or in a vulnerable state. If any stray ki blast could destroy them, we'd have a lot more broken earrings by now.
Lastly, there's
Yeah, fair
some
enough.
to their personalities. In their first appearances, Vegito seemed rather cocky and playful against Boo, whereas Gogeta was far more deliberate against Janemba, and thus far more successful. However, these are not core personality traits, and assuming so would be inconsistent with Vegito's serious fight with Zamasu and Gogeta's more brash fights with Broly and Omega Shenron. Context is key. As far as personality and
key.
mental ability goes, Gogeta and Vegito are practically identical. In the end, Vegito's higher power level, no matter how slight it was, made a big difference in protecting and maintaining his longer, more flexible time limit.
Gogeta was gonna need meta more than that to beat Vegito. Sorry, Wiz, I know that pun was Potarable.
Wait, Earth's Dragon Balls give 2 wishes, right?
Finally, someone remembers!
I wish for you to fuse me and win!
Oh god!
The winner is Vegito.
Oh, we don't even get to see it!
Thanks for watching, and doubly thanks to our channel members for supporting us this year. Hope you've been enjoying the
Oh, it was Michael Kova. Okay, that makes sense.
Works for you. If you aren't a champion, click that join button and give it a shot. Also, Season 10 of Death Battle is coming soon, including 2 matchups chosen by our champions. Let's see what you picked.
Alright, what are they? Oh, Bill 7 versus Discord, really? Not what I expected. And finally! Cole versus Alex! Alright, well, that was a pretty good episode. Like, yeah, I mean, I kind of assumed if Vegito was going to win, it'd just be due to the longer time limit, more than anything, really. So, well, I might prefer Gogeta in some way. I'm just like, well, I mean, it's not that big of a difference, really. But yeah, that fight was really freaking cool, and I still love that they referenced the joke Kamehameha. As long as it was in there, that was funny. And that final shot at the end, when Gogeta's going for a Dragon Fist, and the way they showed, like, just the blood splatter and Vegito breathing heavily, I was thinking, is this a fake out? Because they do that. Like, not just Death Battle, but just like fights in general. It's just like, it looks like one person's won, but then something happens and it's like, oh no, this other person won. So I thought that's what they were going with that, but then when I saw the stone Gogeta, I was just like, oh, okay, never mind. So, yeah. That was a good episode all around. I liked it. Gonna have to listen to the music in particular later, because it sounded really good, and I just want to like listen to the vocals and everything. But yeah, that is a wrap for Season 9. I think I have a good idea on what my favorite episode is for this season. I won't say here because I'll probably end up doing a discussion with Max where we discuss like our ranking of this season, and then there's going to be a thing on Lads where we do the same thing. So yeah, keep an eye out for either of those videos, like if you're curious. Now, Season 10. Wow, Death Battle made it to Season 10. Jesus. So yeah, like Ben mentioned there, like, 2 matchups were chosen by YouTube members, a 2D episode and a 3D episode. was not expecting Bill Cipher versus Discord to win the 2D poll, if I'm honest. Like, was kind of expecting the winner of that one to be Fall Guys versus Among Us. So, hey, color me surprised. As for the 3D poll, I'm not even, like, a fan of Prototype or Infamous, but I'm happy it's Cole versus Alex, because how has that matchup not happened yet? Like, it's just one of those matchups where, like, I've seen it requested so much since I first started watching Death Battle. And it's one of those matchups where you just, like, you see it requested so much, you're just like, oh yeah, that's inevitable, right? But it just hasn't happened. And I'm just like, how? Like, but, hey, I don't know. It's happening next year, so that's boy, that's one crossed off the list. So, here's hoping both fights are fun to watch. And, we didn't get the teasers this time, and honestly, in some way, I'm kind of happy about that, because it means we don't know, like, more than half of, like, the first half of the season this time around, because, like, with this season alone, it's just like, Jinx, okay, she's gonna fight Harley Quinn, Scarlet Witch, Zatanna, Vegeta, 4, and so on and so on and so on. Like, we basically knew more than half the matchups in the first half, and it was the same thing with Season 8. They revealed so much, so it was just like, okay, we know all these matchups are happening. I was very happy about one in particular. If you don't know which one, and knowing it was Season 8, like, anyway, and then with the second half of Season 8, they basically did the same thing. They just revealed so much that we knew, like, most of that half. But I am happy with what they did with this season's second half, where they only showed, they showed, like, Bond versus Wick as, like, yeah, that's the next one. But then for, like, the upcoming, like, combatants that they teased, they only showed 3. So it's a little bit less. So it was like, okay, that's some improvement. But, well, yeah, I do like, you know, the speculation on, like, who's gonna fight who, or everything like that, whenever we get the teasers. I think it is for the best that we just don't have them. Or at the very least, if we get them back, spread them out a bit more. Like with Season 7. Because, well, Beerus and Krona were teased. They didn't show up in the first half of that season. And I think I did like that a bit better. Like, because it gave us, like, a bit more of a surprise for, like, the first half, the second half, like, just overall. So, yeah. But anyway, that's a wrap for Death Battle Season 9. I'll see you for Season 10. If you're a fan of, like, just more of my stuff in general, like, if you just watch the Death Battle videos, I'll see you in Season 10. But if you watch, like, the other stuff as well, myself and Max of Future Age should be doing a discussion on the Ice Queendom finale. It's just with it being December and the holidays coming up, like, stuff has been getting in the way. We've both been busy, so just haven't had a good chance to do it. And there's some other stuff that... Actually, why do you even say that? Because, let's be real, the Ruby discussions, reactions, and the Death Battle videos are basically just all I do at this point. yeah. I'm just gonna wrap this video up before I start rambling even more. Thank you for watching all of that stuff. I will see you in Death Battle Season 10. And here's my Blake outro. We started the season with Best Girl, we're gonna end it with Best Girl. Bye.
This is Blake Belladonna with Your Only Mate saying like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.